I was getting very, very worried earlier on this year about what I was going to tell you guys at the 40-minute mark. It was really stressing me out, and here we are at the 40-minute mark. And a couple of weeks before the festival in July, I bumped into that television producer again at London's Soho Theatre, because that is where they nest. And, and he came up to me outside and was just like, hey man, could I bum a cigarette? And I was like, you only earn about 30 times what I do, why not? And he was like, so, how's Smile going? Have you got the tragedy? What's the tragedy? Have you got the tragedy? Have you got the tragedy yet? And I was like, you know what? I think I do. And he was like, cool, hit me. I went, okay, I think it's 2019 and the planet is dying and everybody is depressed and anxious and very cross all the time and spends all their time yelling at each other and Donald Trump is the president and Boris Johnson is the prime minister and all of our entertainment programs are about people dying in nuclear explosions or being abused in the future or making wankers of themselves in the present, and it's all just a bit much, isn't it? And I'm a clown. And it feels like now would be a very good time to be a clown. Seems like something people might need. And I just realised I'm going up to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival to do a show called Smile. And it only occurred to me recently, I'm not even smiling on the fucking poster. I look like somebody trying to be elected the leader of a revolution that nobody asked for. And I've been racking my brains. I've been up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to work out what I'm going to say to these people to lie to them and to manipulate them so that you'll think I'm clever. Not for them, for you. So that you'll think I'm clever. And it occurs to me, all I ever wanted to be was someone like Rick Mayall or Tommy Cooper or Victoria Wood. And I don't think an audience will ever really love me like they love those people if I'm just turning tricks for you. Because at the end of the day, whoever really loved a prostitute? And if that isn't a big enough tragedy, I don't know what is. And he looked at me, took a draw on my cigarette and went, it's a bit wordy. I said, you could just say you've got cancer. Now, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I promised you a show called Smile. We come down into this basement for a show called Smile, and we need a show called Smile because it's 2019, and our millionaires, our movie stars, our pop stars, even our princes are telling us that they're depressed. And they're going, we're removing the stigma from discussing mental health. Well, could we put some of it back? Just a bit, just a little bit. Just a little bit, because I'm not saying fuck you to people with genuine problems. You will walk out of this venue within 20 seconds, you will find someone with such severe mental health problems, they've fallen through cracks in society and are unable to function. We don't want to talk to those people, we don't want to deal with those people, because we're rushing down the newsagents to buy a copy of a magazine, because Gwyneth Paltrow is telling us she's actually finding it quite difficult to get through to Friday. We all are, you stupid cunt! It's part of being alive! Millionaires and movie stars telling me they're depressed. I don't want to hear it! You are the angels that we are painting on the cathedral roof. We do not want to hear that it's not nice in heaven. Because if you're not having a nice time, quaffing champagne, wearing nice clothes, going to parties and fucking each other, what possible hope is there for the rest of us? Part of the deal, I am not saying fuck you to people with problems. There are people with problems, people who need help. But there's also a growing trend of people having a holiday in other people's misery in order to make themselves sound more interesting in magazines. And it's dribbled down. It's dribbled down. I was at a party recently and I was talking to this guy who was like, yeah, I've got a self-diagnosed social anxiety disorder. Grab a hold of that as a sentence. Self-diagnosed social anxiety disorder. And I was standing there thinking, that's not social anxiety disorder. That's a piece of your brain letting you know that other animals in the pack think you're a wanker. Be less of a wanker. You can start by not self-diagnosing mental health complaints to make yourself sound more interesting at parties.